If you master support and resistance, you won't get rich quick and you won't be able to quit your job tomorrow. But that's also not the point. My name is Philip. I've been trading support and resistance for 5 years. I'm not aiming to get rich quick. I'm not aiming to quit my job tomorrow. I make a decent amount of money trading support and resistance and no one really cares. If you watch this video until the end, you will have all the knowledge when it comes to support and resistance which you need in order to also find these elite trading setups, for example Disney or AstraZeneca. In this guide, I will cover what support and resistance is, why support and resistance actually works, how you can identify support and resistance, and then obviously most important, how to trade support and resistance. We as traders, we have to manage risk. Otherwise the markets will act like a ruthless judge. I just came up with this, but in order for us to properly manage risk, we can use support and resistance. Implementing what I'm about to teach you in this video helps you to avoid massive losses, emotional trading, no clear trading strategy, and having unrealistic expectations. And instead, you will have consistent growth, an objective and repeatable analysis, a proven trading strategy, and a realistic approach when it comes to trading. Support and resistance is really nothing magical. It's just a simple way for us as traders to properly manage risk. The only reason why we're using technical analysis and specifically support and resistance is because it helps us to properly manage risk. Now, what is support? In simple terms, support is an area of buying interest where you have many large buy orders, preferably big institutions, buying at a typical market reversal level. You can just think of a price floor. If a market drops and it hits a support, you think that this is the bottom, you think that this support acts like a floor and the market should create a move towards the upside from here. Just a very simple example. This is a support. We have the first bounce, then we have the rejection, we have the second retest of this horizontal level, another rejection. This is in simple terms what's called a support level. Resistance is basically the exact opposite. When it comes to resistance, you do have an area of selling interest, many large sell orders, also right here, big institutions selling at a typical market reversal level. In this case, it's a price ceiling. So if the market actually hits a horizontal resistance, you do expect it to act as a ceiling and a rejection away towards the downside. We as traders can now use the reversal nature of support and resistance in order to develop a market trading edge. It's very simple. If we do have certain levels where the market tends to reverse more often, then we can just focus on those areas, wait for price to hit those areas, and then we can take trades. Now, why does support and resistance actually work? First of all, support and resistance acts as psychological market levels. Especially also retail traders pay a lot of attention to those horizontal support and resistance levels, and therefore it kind of acts like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Big institutions, which are ultimately the ones who are moving the markets, they place their orders exactly at these support and resistance levels. That's the reason for why we previously saw a move away from the level. And in general, support and resistance just offers tremendous liquidity. So again, for big institutions, they always like the market to come back to these support and resistance levels just because of all the resting liquidity. Big institutions, and again, they are ultimately the ones who are moving the markets, buy at major levels because they always look at price rather than fundamental news. If they want to buy a certain stock, they're always just focusing on price. They always want to buy at a cheap level, which they think is cheap because then obviously they have the most upside potential. Big institutions do not care about trading news or news fundamentals in general. Now, how do we actually identify a support level? There are 5 steps which you have to go through in order to validate a support level. First of all, you do need a horizontal level where price reverses at least 2 times with a significant rejection towards the upside. If a chart is showing all 5 of these criteria, voila, you identified a valid support. If we take a quick example at a support level, you can see we do have the first retest, rejection away towards the upside, second retest, again a rejection away towards the upside. And if we now take a look at all 5 criteria, we do have a horizontal level where price reverses at least 2 times with a significant rejection towards the upside. Voila, we identified our support. Vice versa, how do we identify a resistance level? Again, we need a horizontal level where price reverses at least 2 times with a significant rejection, but this time towards the downside. Just taking a quick look at this example, we do have the first retest, a rejection away towards the downside, the second retest, a rejection away towards the downside, and if we quickly take a look at all 5 criteria, it's a horizontal level where price reverses 2 times with a significant rejection away towards the downside. It's also just very important that you understand there is no 100% objective view of the charts. Everyone considers different moves to be significant and important and therefore form support and resistance levels. It all just comes down to your personal view of the chart, so there is no clear right or wrong when it comes to support and resistance. Finally, and most importantly, how can you actually go ahead and trade support and resistance and make money just trading support and resistance? 4 steps. First of all, you have to identify a clear support level. Then you have to wait for a retest of the area, look for signs of confirmation, and then you can simply go ahead and enter a long position at support. If we take a look at this example, we do have the first retest, rejection away towards the upside. Second retest, rejection away towards the upside. Now, after going through all 5 criteria, we identified a clear horizontal support. And then you simply wait for the market to come back once again to this horizontal support. And then you can simply go ahead and enter a long position at support. We have a clear support level. We're waiting for a retest. We're looking for signs of confirmation, which I will cover in a separate video. And then we can simply go ahead and enter a long position at support. Resistance just simply works the other way around. We have to identify a clear resistance level, again going through all 5 criteria. Then we have to wait for a retest of the area. We have to look for signs of confirmation. And then, since it's a resistance, we can simply enter a short position at resistance. Looking at this example, we do have the first retest of the structure, rejection. Second retest of the structure, rejection. After going through all of our 5 criteria, we now identified a clear resistance level. We're again waiting for a retest of the level. Then we're looking for signs of confirmation, again, which I will cover in a separate video. And then we simply enter a short position at the horizontal resistance level. If you actually want to trade support and resistance, you just have to make sure that you don't trade support and resistance in a vacuum, but you always use trend analysis, price action, market structure, and confirmation with it. I will cover all of these other aspects in a separate video, but if you just want to see how I'm personally trading support and resistance, you can just go ahead and click the first link in the description, join the free elite trading community, because there I share exactly how I'm trading support and resistance on a day-to-day basis. If you have any questions regarding the way of how I personally trade support and resistance, just let me know in the comment section down below. I'm more than happy to help you out with everything. I'll see you inside the free elite trading community, first link in the description. Keep your long-term vision.